Welcome to the Slightly Biased Podcast.
Welcome to the Slightly Biased Podcast with your co-host, one of three, Derek.
Returning.
We have co-host 2.
It is I, Vinny.
Co-host 3.
I'm Grayson.
Nice. Welcome back, Derek. We haven't seen you in like 6 months, I think.
It's been about a month.
Wow.
And I'm very glad to be back. I'm in full health, I believe.
Definitely full health.
Nose surgery went well.
There was a little hitch to it, but it went it was successful, I would say.
You having a little trouble there with that mic?
I got it.
Okay.
And actually, my version of my week is going to be my past month. So,
Ooh.
Let's start with Vinny. He's up and getting energetic.
I have a cube mate who likes to fall asleep at his desk. That's my
Wow.
week.
That's a real thing. He falls
yeah.
asleep at his desk.
Yeah, good guy.
for how long?
You know, little pieces here and there.
What does that
After
mean?
lunch snooze, like 5 minutes.
How does
That's
what
unreal.
the fuck?
A triggered Siri.
I don't know how. Shut up, Siri.
Nice. Okay, that's my week.
Well,
That's
your week
it?
is that your cubicle mate falls asleep.
Yeah,
How often?
it's like how often do you nap? Like once a day,
He only does it
No.
once a day.
as far as I can tell.
I mean,
I
how often do you look at him?
All day,
Okay.
deep
I
into
mean,
his eyes.
Most adults
His sleeping eyes.
don't have the luxury of a nap during the workday.
True.
Do you
I
nap?
wish I had a nap.
No.
I wish I could nap.
Yeah.
As a programmer, they don't let you nap. Isn't that like a progressive thing for programmers to do to like relax
This is not
during
a
the day?
progressive office. I work for
Oh, you must hate it then.
I work for a consulting group that mainly does surveying
Yikes.
for the state of Massachusetts.
My
Wow.
problem with napping is I don't know how to actually
It's
properly nap.
dangerous.
I just knock. It's not dangerous.
You can fall asleep for hours.
Yeah, that's what happens.
If that's your concern, I think you have a pretty good life.
I take like 20-minute naps if I nap. Just quick reboots.
You know what you should
That's
do?
unreal that you can do that.
You know what you should do is only sleep for 10 to 15, because if you sleep between 15 and 90 minutes, you get bad sleep. You got what's it called? Sleep inertia.
Uh-oh.
And if you get sleep inertia, your brain, after you wake up, is still trying to go into REM. So you're like groggy for a half an hour after you wake up.
That makes sense. That happened to me today.
Yeah. So if you want to sleep and you don't want to wake up after a nap groggy, you have to sleep for an hour and a half or 90 minutes. You know, that's how long you have to sleep for.
I didn't know
that's one full sleep cycle, and you get up out of REM again, and then you wake up and you're in a good place. But if you wake up before 90 minutes, but after 20 minutes, you'll feel groggy.
After 20 minutes, you got to go the full 90.
Yep.
I hate
yep.
groggy.
You'll feel groggy.
I hate it.
You don't want it.
Stinks.
Yeah. You want to not have sleep inertia. I learned about that the other day.
That's a good fact.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I went
Vinny,
skiing
freely?
last Saturday.
You didn't invite me, so that was cool.
Oh, I mean, the car was full. Sorry.
Oh, there was a full car?
It's a full car. Went to Mount Snow in Vermont.
Oh, I was also out of town, so I'm the asshole here.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for traveling,
debatable.
douche.
Debatable. I think we're all a bunch of rude dudes
What's today,
here.
Thursday?
Yeah. Hashtag rude dudes.
Hashtag rude dudes.
Today's Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
Yeah, that was my week. We played D&D on Sunday. We did play D&D on Sunday. We did.
We did, yeah.
That happened, yes.
Yeah. We played with Tony and
J-Man.
J-Man. Jimmy.
Jimmy
Nice.
Eats the D&D world.
D20s.
Yep.
Nailed
the
it.
world of D&D. My week, if we move into my week was pretty average, I think. I didn't really get much done.
That's not good.
Went to work, still on a deadline for a project. The proposal still hasn't happened. So
Nice.
it's like the sliding deadline.
Are you developing an application that hasn't been paid for yet?
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. We're building the app for the proposal, but the proposal hasn't been approved. And like there's feature creep. There's a lot of feature creep coming in because it's like, well, my boss is like, well, we should probably put this feature in. They'll probably want that. And I'm like thinking to myself, yeah, but don't we want them to want that after they've paid for it?
Yes.
Don't we want to just make it look pretty and then give it to them and then have them pay us to build it? Why are we building it? It's weird. Then again, this is a project that was like approved at one point and then got canceled, and then we had been building it, and then the guy who was building it left, so now the code base is all muddy.
What language are you writing it in?
It is in .NET Core.
Why aren't you writing in Python?
Python is a very versatile language.
Antiquated.
He's right.
It's an antiquated non-object
Why aren't
oriented
you writing
language.
it in Java then? If you want to talk object
Because
oriented.
Java is a proprietary language that is owned by Oracle, and we are building an open source application using .NET.
Why don't you write it in C#?
That is what we're using.
Joke. .NET.
.NET is C#. The software salesman knows his things.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm just, yeah.
I'm going to bring the energy up. Who wants to do the news?
We haven't talked to Derek's week.
That's right.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry, I skipped over. Derek, how was your month?
You're a rude dude.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm only a little sorry because I'm a rude dude.
Yeah, you're.
You're in a rude mood.
I'm in a rude
mood.
I
Hashtag
am.
rude mood.
Rude dude.
That better. That better be.
It
in
better
the
catch
description.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, my month. Let's see. So it's been
Wow.
a month since I've been on. Just
Wow.
about.
Just sorry to interrupt. Just don't put bad things about me in the description again, please.
What, adulting? That wasn't. That didn't mean that to be bad.
You put it in like he's trying to be an adult.
Oh,
Like, God damn it!
That description made me laugh. So
What?
It was rude.
You said last week you were trying to balance
Yes.
doing adult things
Yeah,
and
but you didn't
video
have to quote me
gaming.
verbatim.
You said it on the air. People listen.
Yeah, but you were saying it. It's different.
let it be known, you may be repeated verbatim in a podcast description.
Boo.
Anyways,
Put that in your podcast
my-
description.
my
Boo.
month. Let's
Just put
talk-
Grayson's in a rude mood. That's all I'm gonna put.
Okay,
let's
that's fine.
let's talk about
that.
Let's talk about that.
it. Let's see. So I had
Oh, I saw Ethan, by the way, too. I saw Ethan.
Cool.
nice. I had my septoplasty surgery,
Yay.
which was for my deviated septum. It went pretty well. The surgery generally takes about an hour and a half, and mine took almost double that. So
Nice. Good numbers. Pumping up those
Had,
numbers.
yeah.
I guess
Did
basically
you have to pay double the price?
I did not. My doctor said it was pretty screwed up in there, so that was good. But I also scratched my eye somehow.
Nick your cornea?
Yeah, a corneal abrasion is the
Yeah.
medical term.
I've done
So,
that before.
It literally like a 10 out of 10 pain. It was
Yeah, it
the
hurts.
worst.
Yeah.
I had
So-
that happen to me, but it was an airsoft pellet.
Hey, you can
Those-
still see?
Those plastic airsoft pellet
Oh, I know.
bullets.
God.
Yeah, hit me right in the eye.
Gross.
Should have been wearing glasses, kids.
So
Yeah.
So my lovely girlfriend was taking care of me after the surgery and started complaining about my eye. And finally, like 2 a.m., I'm like, this is the worst pain. I need to go to the ER. We went to the ER and they got me in, and then they use a numbing agent on your eye. Your eye feels unreal because you're in like so much pain.
Yeah.
And
I've
then
had it
they
before.
and then they put a dye in it,
Yep.
and the doctor's like, "Yep, that's a scratch."
That happened to me before, but I didn't scratch it. I was just, the pain was annoying me, and I just like made it worse in my head. And I went to urgent care. They're like, your eye's fine. Quit being a bitch.
Nice.
And then I went home.
Nice.
And then you stopped being a bitch, and you were never a
Well,
bitch again.
When a doctor tells you there's nothing there, it's like in your mind, you're like, okay, it's not really
yeah,
there.
I'm fine. Yeah.
So I had to
Psychosomatic.
put an ointment, or my girlfriend.
Drops.
No, like an ointment. Like
Ugh.
a gel ointment. Like I had to pull my eyelid back and drop it in there
Yikes.
4 times a day for like almost a week.
Gross.
So I like
Was it a bad scratch though?
it was really bad. Yeah, it was a big scratch.
because they just gave me an eye patch when it happened.
yeah they
I thought you use Apple products.
An eye patch.
It's a
An
bad
eye
joke.
patch?
It was a joke, man. Jesus Christ, rude
Rude.
mood.
I'm going Hulk mode.
You didn't want an Android patch?
I'm gonna Hulk
So,
mode over here.
I couldn't see for like 3 days because it hurt. It was my left eye that I scratched, but it hurt so bad that I really couldn't open my right eye.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch TV or anything, so I literally, thankfully, I was still like pretty out of it from the anesthesia. Like, I think it generally takes like a couple days to a week for you to like get back to normal after
Really?
going under. Yeah.
Huh, it's weird.
So I slept a lot, but I finally got so bored, and thankfully my girlfriend was there to help out. But I think
So like, did she have to leave at any point while you were blind?
Yeah, but I was just.
Was it really
sleeping.
scary to be alone in an apartment
No,
where you couldn't really see anything?
no, because I was just sleeping.
Did you just stay in bed the whole time?
Majority of the time.
I feel like I would want to get up. Like, how did you find the bathroom?
I
Just like
squinted.
like hand to the wall, pat your way.
Yeah, well, the light was what really. I was like sensitive to the light.
Because yeah, if you just leave the lights off, you're
Yeah.
fine, right?
Yeah, so it
Okay.
was pretty terrible.
That's
but-
terrifying.
So
It's like-
so I scratched the eye. The surgery was Tuesday. We saw the eye doctor, or we went to ER technically Wednesday morning. Friday we had our follow up with the doctor, and then probably Saturday it started to get better, and then probably Monday it was like it really like turned a corner, and then Monday I got the stents taken out of my nose. It was like a fucking clown car in my nose. They put so much shit up there. It was insane. I feel like I'm losing Vinny right now.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to change it up.
All right, I'm done with this part.
I'm weak in the knees.
I'm weak.
Let's see what else has happened. Like, are we doing life updates right now?
Whatever
Too?
you want to do.
Oh yeah, you moved.
My girlfriend and I are moving in together
Yeah.
Wow.
in May, so
Ooh.
we're really excited.
Nice.
And I was in Pittsburgh last weekend.
Wow.
Cool.
That's all I got for you.
Wait, was that after you regained your eyesight?
Yeah, it was like this past weekend.
Nice.
That's
He
why.
got lost and wanted
Just recently, like regain your eyesight. Let's go to a new city.
Yeah, I didn't do that, thankfully. I had to go to New York though, like shortly after, but I could see.
Nice.
But yeah, sorry.
That seems scary to like think about traveling, and you're like, oh, I hope my eye gets better before I have to travel.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah.
You want to move on?
to. Call the movers. I'm ready to move on.
Yeah, buddy. But don't take a 737
Yeah, you'll die.
because you'll die. Apparently.
The U.S. was like one of the last countries to ground
Yeah.
that airplane.
You know what I heard? That's pretty funny. Not haha funny, but like, you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. That's the only funny I know.
Okay. I was hearing that the shutdown actually affected this problem.
Really?
Yeah. So for the 35-day shutdown, or 5.5 weeks of a shutdown, the FAA and Boeing were like previously in talks to figure out a patch for this. It was a known problem.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. So the FAA was talking to Boeing about this patch that they were working on, and because of the shutdown, those talks were paused for 5 weeks.
That's not good.
Yeah. So like they potentially could have been fixed, during this whole thing.
What can you do, Grayson? What can you do?
Blame the president for
No, it's
killing 170 people?
It's President Trump didn't send the caravan there. They came there on their own. They were funded by terrorist groups.
He was just responding
What
to the terrorists.
Where
Terrorists
what was the
win.
flight that crashed? What was
Ethiopia?
Ethiopia, yeah.
Yeah, I know that, but where was it coming from? Where was it going?
It was coming from Ethiopia and it was going to Somalia. or something.
Kenya.
Okay. So I'm confused how the president caused that then.
Oh, because they were using a Boeing 737 MAX 8, which is the
Next
newest,
iPhone. What?
But that doesn't
that was a good joke.
but that doesn't affect the relationship between Ethiopia
So
Airlines and Boeing.
The reason that Boeing couldn't release the update that they were working on was because they needed to get approval from the FAA that the software patch was sufficient, and the FAA was.
Are you giving birth over there? What are you doing?
The FAA was negotiating.
Uncomfortable.
Don't derail us.
Why was the FAA involved in international airspace?
Because Boeing would not want to release a software patch. Oh God. Boeing would not want to release a software patch to the global market unless they had approval from the FAA, because then they would have to release two separate patches.
Did Boeing tell people that there was an issue?
Presumably they should have, probably.
But
It
did
got
they?
lost in the mail.
Yeah. Ethiopia didn't get their
Facebook was down.
They didn't
couldn't
check
do
their
it.
mail that day. Oh yeah, Facebook's been down. Facebook and Instagram have been down. It's been a peaceful few days.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme, like Instagram models when Instagram's down? Oh my God, I'm a normal person.
Oh, no.
Where are the filters?
Oh, what is my life? So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch to imply that this is Trump's fault, but it still might have been fixed sooner were it not for the shutdown.
Nothing to say.
Let's talk about that.
We just did. Do you want to talk about the biggest news story of all time? The college admissions scandal.
Oh yeah, that's pretty wild. Let's talk about that.
That is the
Let's do
biggest
it.
news story I've ever seen.
But are you surprised?
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I knew that for example, I know that like this shitty thing about Harvard that I found out about through like word of mouth and what's the word? Not analogies, analogs. No. When you hear a story, anecdotes. That's the word. I've heard anecdotally that Harvard has a different set of test scores that they give out to rich people. Basically, if you don't, the way it works is that if you don't take a midterm or a final, they just give you a C on that exam. So if you miss an exam in Harvard, they just give you a C on it.
If you're rich,
I think it's for everybody actually.
I would just miss every single exam.
Yeah, so you just don't go to the exams.
D's
Maybe it's only for some
D's
departments.
mean degrees. What's up?
That's not true. C's get degrees.
Yeah,
C's get
that's
degrees.
D's do not always get degrees. But yeah, this is just more evidence that like rich colleges
Poor Lori Loughlin,
are just
man.
awful.
Hallmark fighter.
It explains why so many Ferraris are always driving around BU, you know?
Well, that's a lot of foreign money.
Yeah. Well, why do they
That's
let the
the
foreign money
terrorizers.
in? You know, why? If they don't deserve it. Right?
It's life, man. I don't know.
I'm just saying, I see a lot of people driving like Bugattis around BU, and I'm like, if you have a Bugatti, why do you need to be a BU?
Isn't it?
You know?
How do you say it?
Bugatti.
I think it's saying Bugatti.
I might have slipped. My tongue might have slipped.
Like a bugle.
Bugatti. I saw a Peugeot. I don't know how to pronounce that. Peugeot.
I don't know what it is.
How
man.
do you spell it?
I don't.
I only
word.
buy American made.
I literally have no clue what you're talking about right now.
Peugeot. Come on.
Renault Peugeot or something. I don't know. It's like Piugaeu or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pringle?
Pringles. Yeah, I saw a Pringle driving around. Tucker Carlson's a sexist rapist asshole. But that's not news.
I heard
really.
about that.
It's really bad. It's
He's
really
he's
bad.
Racist.
He's
Rapist.
he is also racist, but he was saying he was caught on radio. They found a bunch of recordings of a radio show that he did back when he was an MSNBC contributor, and he did this radio show.
That is so wild that he was at MSNBC.
He used to be an MSNBC contributor, and during his free time, when he was not contributing to MSNBC, he ran a radio show with a guy named Bubba.
Oh yeah,
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Great shrimp.
And no, Bubba the Love Sponge. Different guy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, not Bubba Gump, different one.
Sure.
So him and Bubba the Love Sponge had this radio show, and there's recordings of it that surfaced that are just him just being the most shitbag of a human that you could possibly he's calling him a human is like too complimentary. It's like an insult to humans to call him a human. He was saying that like teen USA Miss Universe pageant people were like, oh yeah, she's dumb. She'd be a good wife. Or like, she looks so vulnerable. She looks like a nice vulnerable gazelle. I'd like to be a lion and like rip into that meat. Or like I can't even do it justice. It was the most disgusting things I've ever heard.
It's definitely pretty gross and misogynistic.
I'm not doing it real justice if you're not completely disgusted, because it was some of the most disgusting things I've ever heard a person say.
Did he rape someone?
No. Well, he might have. We don't have evidence that he didn't rape somebody. The point here is that he was saying the most vile things I've ever heard about.
Ever?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Close to it.
All right. So he's a gross misogynist.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. He's a piece of shit. He's a
Yeah.
piece of shit, and calling him a human is not justice. Like, he's not human. He's a
lizard
piece
person.
of garbage. Yeah.
Illuminati, watch out.
Like, he's a piece of garbage, basically.
Incel radio, don't listen.
It was bad. If you want this to be like, if you don't trust me and you want to like, I'm asking the listeners and anyone in this room, don't trust me. Like, take it up, look at the transcripts, like look at the video, like listen to him talk, and you'll see what I mean. But this college thing, like, it's so weird because so many of the news stories are kind of like blending together into other news stories.
Did you I went on, was it Felicity Huffman? Is that her name?
Yeah.
I went on her Twitter, and I was just on there, and everyone was ripping her apart. Every tweet she had, they were just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck you.
And someone dug up a tweet of hers from 2016.
Oh, good.
And it says, what are your best hacks for the back-to-school season?
Oh, my God. No.
Oh, my God.
Why is she famous? Or is she rich?
She was on Desperate Housewives.
Oh, okay.
She's an actress.
Yeah,
she's married.
desperate for college.
There's actually an episode.
Boom, got him.
There's an episode of that show where she's trying to get her twin sons into a private school, a private preschool.
And
And they're trying to bribe the people who work there for $15,000 to let them in.
This is an episode of the
Yes.
show?
Yes.
How is... What?
Yeah, Desperate Housewives.
How did she not
Hashtag-
go to jail for that?
It was
Hashtag
on the
real life.
show.
So it's not real?
It was a plot line on the show.
So it's not a real show.
You've never heard of
Desperate-
Desperate Housewives?
Is it? I thought it was a reality show.
No.
You're thinking of Real Housewives.
I'm thinking of Real Housewives.
Desperate Housewives was a show.
Sorry.
Get your TV right.
Get my.
I'm
get
sick
my-
of this.
Get my shows about housewives straight. Jesus. Yeah.
What's your best back to school hack?
What's your
guys?
best back to school? Is it? Wait. Did you hear what? I think it was that person. Her daughter, Cindy. I think.
Continue.
Is that the one?
I
don't know. There was one of them. One of the. I think it was hers. It was like the most famous example of this.
You're
like,
thinking of Lori Laughlin's daughter, I bet.
Yeah. Cindy
The,
Laughlin.
the YouTube videos where she was like, I don't even want to go to school. I just want to party.
No. It was a different story, but probably also the same person. This story I'm thinking was they found out through like court filings that after, like immediately after her mom got arrested, they had to like find her and like let her know. And the place where they fucking found her was on the yacht that belonged to the admissions officer.
It's Lori Laughlin's
With the
daughter.
admissions officer. With the admissions officer on a yacht.
What are they doing on that yacht together? I wonder what.
Probably rowing the boat.
What do you-
I saw some like really
how,
good.
How do you row a yacht?
I don't know. I saw a tweet about it.
I'm confused now.
Oh, the boat? It was a Board of Trustees boat. Or some
Oh,
shit.
The
okay.
board of like admissions officers, I thought. Anyway.
School's cool.
Yeah, like she was this is like a 19-year-old girl or 18 or 19-year-old girl on the yacht of the board of admissions directors.
I mean, everyone knows that like everything in this world is like pay to play.
I mean, that's suck to play if you ask me. Like what was she doing on that yacht?
Would you okay, no, I'm not going to throw out that question.
Would I personally?
Would you steal a pack of gum to save a woman's life?
I wouldn't download a car.
Oh, fuck. You trumped us. Shit.
Yeah, I gotcha. He's
Well-
holding the mic up to the picture of Trump. We have a picture
Nice.
of Trump on a TV.
Yeah.
There's also the the massage parlor thing with Robert Kraft.
I heard about that.
Orchids of Asia Day Spa.
Yes, Orchids of Asia Day Spa. Did you make a note to visit?
Best massages ever. Guaranteed.
Yeah. So the person who was running that place before Robert Kraft went there, different time period, but the person who was running it at one point was named Cindy Yang. Have you heard of Cindy Yang?
I think Trump has.
Yes. This is someone who has taken selfies with Trump at football games. This is the owner of the massage parlor, well, previous owner of the same massage parlor that Robert Kraft went to that got indicted for human trafficking. So the previous owner,
That's basically been like blown up. There's like no human trafficking.
Oh, there was no human trafficking? It
Yeah,
was just
the
Andy's?
the
Okay.
case is like falling apart.
All right, well, I don't know about that, but I know
Suck
that
it, Goodell.
I think that there was probably just people going after trying to prosecute them for sex crimes, which I think is stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, so like sex crimes are real, but I think sex work shouldn't be criminalized.
Correct.
So just to clarify,
It should
I'm not condoning
It
sex
should
crime.
be heavily
It should be regulated,
regulated.
and taxed because then the
Yeah.
government could make money on it. It's fucking
and,
stupid.
and,
Like making
and the
marijuana illegal. Like,
the workers
okay.
would be safer.
Right,
Like, it's-
exactly. If you can have accountability, you have safety.
Yeah.
Just like the flight industry. If planes were illegal, they'd be super fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
Come on,
I
this
heard
is common sense.
that back in the day, planes were safer. That's what I heard. They were easier to fly.
You're right. Planes
So
were easier.
less crashes. Right? That's what
So,
he said.
like,
That's what Trump said.
Here's my hot take. This is a bad take. Disclaimer. I think that the foreign pilots just don't know how to fly these planes
Whoa.
because they haven't crashed in America. They've only crashed in
Well-
other countries where the pilots might not have been trained as well.
They've interviewed some pilots, and the pilots say it's like a very different configuration that should
For
require
foreign ones.
no, like the Air Max 730, whatever
Yeah,
it's called.
the 737
That sounds like
Max 8.
a mix between a Boeing airplane and a Nike shoe.
It's a Boeing 737 Max configuration 8th version
But the cockpit is different and the configuration's different. So like,
than other Boeings.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was reading.
So what I also heard about this, I think I heard it on Rachel Maddow. They were talking about how they found complaints filed through basically the pilot's version of Glassdoor. They found complaints on this like website that was from pilots in America complaining about a feature being bugged. And this is the same problem. Like the problem is that there's an autopilot that kicks in to try to stop the plane from stalling. And stalling in a plane happens when you're climbing too quickly or you're going too slowly while you're climbing. And the correction for that is to lower the nose or raise the speed. So the correction that's easier is to just tilt the plane downwards. That's the easier correction for stalling. And the software what they were saying is what effectively happens is there's one sensor that tells the plane whether or not to lower the nose to stop going into a stall. But the sensor is, first of all, the software only trusts one sensor. It doesn't trust two sensors. So if one of the sensors fails, then it could go into a dive when it's not supposed to be. The other thing is
Not great.
that there's no redundancy. So like if that thing gets triggered, you have to turn off the autopilot or the plane will nosedive. And like so there was this bug that happens where the sensor like is broken, or you get a bad reading from the sensor that tricks the plane into thinking it's stalling or climbing too quickly. So to counter it, if you have the autopilot on, the plane will try to nosedive. And there have been complaints where the pilots have like said, "Hey, it got into this weird mode, and we had to turn off the autopilot for the rest of the flight." So like, if the answer to the problem is turn off the autopilot for the rest of the flight, maybe the people in the other countries just didn't know that they needed to do that. Maybe they weren't trained on how the autopilot works. Maybe like I don't know. It seems to me this is a bad take that since this hasn't happened in America, maybe it's a training issue that they don't know how to turn the autopilot off.
I'm pretty convinced at least part of it's a training issue.
Because it hasn't happened in America. I mean, it has happened. The problem has happened in America, but the pilots took control of the plane back successfully. And in those cases where it crashed, the pilots were unsuccessful in taking back control.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's my hot take on it.
Yeah. I never want to fly again. Flying's scary.
Well, now they've grounded all the planes, so you don't have to worry about it.
Perfect.
Trump has come to the rescue, probably done the right thing for the only time in his presidency, and actually grounded all
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose any people from his base in a crash.
Yeah,
Come on.
he probably did the right thing for the first time in his presidency and grounded all the 737s.
Today was the first day Trump became president.
Paul Manafort got sentenced to 7.5 years in prison.
Yeah, I saw that.
Can we call him Paul Manafort from now on?
Paul Manafort. I like Fucker Carlson instead of Tucker Carlson.
All right, yeah, I like
That's
that
a
too.
funny
Pretty
one.
fucking good. Fucker Carlson instead of Tucker. Oh, yeah. Paul Manafort, 7.5 years. There's this whole thing on Twitter about how like not mandatory minimums. What's the word? Sentencing guidelines. So like Paul Manafort was facing like 10 years from the first judge. The first judge gave him 4 years. The second judge also was facing 10 years and also gave him 4 years. So he's facing a total of like 7 because some of it's concurrent.
What a joke.
But like the point, I saw so many people saying like there was this one example that went pretty viral that was saying like there was a dude that a lawyer says there was a dude I was representing who got a plea deal of 10 years. They offered him a plea deal of 10 years. Guess what the crime was?
What?
Walking while black?
Stealing $100 worth of quarters from a laundry machine.
Jeez.
Hey, man, he broke the machine, though.
And his sentence, his plea deal that they offered him was 10 years. So Paul Manafort, someone who's stolen millions of dollars from the U.S. government in unpaid taxes, has gotten
What did
7?
Derek just say? Pay to
7 years?
play. Paul Manafort has the better attorneys and lawyers than that guy.
Yeah, so that was some bullshit right there. But yeah, no. Anyway, I was saying about Cindy Yang, the massage parlor owner person. She has been offered leadership positions with the Chinese government.
Oh, nice.
Because she's close to Trump. Because she keeps taking selfies with Trump. So the Chinese government wants to own somebody who's good at reaching Trump.
She's a good businesswoman, I guess.
She was also a Jeb Bush donor, a huge Jeb Bush donor.
Do you know what's funny about the Orchids of Asia issue?
Yeah, what?
Like the whole scenario is funny, but
Yeah.
Trump got 2 old fashions there.
Like, you mean the drink?
No, I mean hand jobs.
Oh, okay.
Is that what they're called?
How do you know that?
That's what, or not Trump. Sorry, Kraft.
Oh,
Robert
okay.
Kraft, yeah.
Yeah.
Same person,
I
right?
was going to say, like, what?
And he paid $59 a piece.
You probably have a great tip.
That's
Wink.
hold on. That's like part of the.
Yeah,
That's
he
like,
paid $59 for a couple handies.
That's
at a massage
that's
parlor.
half of the funniest part.
Yeah.
Leave him alone, his wife's dead.
The
He
funniest.
has a girlfriend. He's over it.
She's like 19.
She's hot. She's like 29.
She's 29.
Yeah,
But
I guess.
I just think like this guy is so rich. Like if he wanted to get a prostitute, he could. Right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He probably does.
So he paid $59 a piece.
This
and
was a weekend
the
where he didn't even think about it.
the first woman he got a hand job from was 58,
Oh God.
and the second one I think was like 45.
She probably didn't look 58 though.
You never know. But I just think it's so funny. Like guy wants to get his rocks off. Like
It's like sex work should not be.
if
criminal.
that is sex
Very silly.
trafficking, which like That's been pretty much
I mean, it may or
disproven.
may not be.
But if it's sex trafficking,
Allegedly.
that's terrible.
Allegedly.
But if it's just like your standard sex work, you know.
Anyway, so I thought that was, yeah. Anyway.
Kraft spent a long time learning all there is to know about cheeses, selecting just the right one to make a really rich, smooth cheddary sauce, matched it with select macaroni, and put it all in a box. So you can fix a truly deluxe dinner in about 15 minutes. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Deluxe Dinner. Delicious as it comes right from the package, or easily transformed into a main dish southwestern salad. Or try this tomato topper and take credit for a different dinner casserole. Or how about this southern special, a perfect way to use up leftover ham. Complete directions and recipes are on the package of Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Deluxe Dinner. Another Kraft home-cooked dinner, the kind you cook up fresh and quick.
What do we got here?
You guys pumped for O'Rourke 2020?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up?
Beto O'Rourke announced his candidacy.
Here he comes.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's coming to the White House.
Big fan.
Another
I think-
person on the primary
Do
ticket.
do you think he's the hottest guy who's running so far?
Behind Donald Trump, yeah.
Bernie, man. Come on.
God damn
You heard of Burning Man? They're going to have one called Bernie Man.
it.
It's
Bernie
a big
Man.
statue of Bernie. They just,
But Bernie's not running, I thought.
Did you?
where you been?
No,
Yeah,
he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
You been on Twitter lately?
I
The
haven't.
Bernie army is strong right now.
I'm gonna turn you down a little bit.
And Elizabeth Warren's running as well.
Elizabeth Warren was already joined.
Yeah, I know.
See, this is the problem. Democrats are a nightmare right now.
I think
Why?
they're pretty good.
Like the Republicans
No,
in 2016, the same thing.
I think they're pretty good. I think that a crowded field can only help every candidate in the field. 'Cause you have to do that much more to single yourself out.
What are primaries?
January.
It's a long time from now.
Yeah, the first debate's in June. I'm pretty pumped. I'm gonna watch when I get.
Oh,
some,
the primaries in June.
yeah. The,
okay.
Iowa caucus is January.
Okay. The
Why
debates are
why
before
is
that.
Iowa so important?
It is the perfect middle ground.
It's perfect.
It is like it is traditionally, not stereotypically, it's traditionally been the state that if you win Iowa, you win the presidency almost every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
Obama won it.
Yeah.
And look at him.
Almost every single election, if you win in Iowa, then you win the country.
Huh.
Yeah. It's just a weird
because it's so split.
Yeah, I guess it's just split in just the right way. They also have really weird rules about how you have to win there. So you have to win in a really specific way from this caucus perspective.
What?
A caucus instead of a primary.
Caucus.
Yeah, because states have primaries, but the Iowa caucuses are basically a bunch of people standing up on a stage and yelling at a giant crowd for about 12 hours. So, like, whoever wins the biggest section of the crowd after 12 hours is the one who wins the primary. I mean, the caucus.
What?
That's basically how it works.
Oh my
It's really
God.
weird. But it's like, it takes a really special type of campaign to win at a caucus.
Yeah.
And that's why it's, like, notable.
I know nothing about politics.
Yeah, you should look up the caucus rules. It's actually really fascinating. But they're really complicated and kind of don't really, like, you wonder why is this the way it is? 'Cause it doesn't really make too much
It's
sense.
just how it's always been, you know? Why change it now?
Did you see the way Trump tried to lie about Tim Apple?
Yes.
It was the dumbest lie I think he's ever told.
Grayson, you don't understand. He is a special caliber of person whose brain functions so fast that
It
he
just merges words together.
yeah.
Yeah.
His neurons are firing so rapidly from the Diet Coke all day. It's
the
insane.
aspartame
It's just
accelerates
like
his brain.
His diet is probably the worst diet I've ever
literally
heard of.
McDonald's.
Have you seen him in golf clothes? He's a fat ass.
you seen him
yeah.
swinging it?
Yeah.
In motion?
Yeah.
Golly.
It's crazy that he's in like somewhat okay health.
It's honestly it's only because he's like 6'6".
Is he that tall?
He's really tall. He is really, really tall. If not, he might be like 6'3". But
With
Siri,
with a modest $1 million loan from my
how
father.
tall is Donald Trump?
it was like 200 million.
Really?
I mean, he
she
said
fu-
he disclosed 1 million of it or whatever.
He's 7 feet tall.
What? Really?
6'3".
6'3". Shut up. Yeah, it was disclosed. It wasn't disclosed. It was like discovered through like investigative journalism that
Damn, he's fucking tall.
his father
Sexy,
like
too.
every year at the same time, his father had scheduled him to get like gifted like $10 million every year. Just gifted to him, like in some like weird like tax avoidant way. So basically, he didn't pay taxes on any of the like millions of dollars, like $200 million that he got from his dad.
Good for him. That's how you work the system.
Work the system, man. System's broken. That's the problem with it.
Well, yeah. I mean, guess who broke it? People. People broke it. Guess who told the people to break it? The rich people.
Guess who created it?
Jesus.
Rich people.
Fuck.
No, rich people created it, and they also broke it, and they're the ones making all the rules. So,
Hey, man.
this is
Telling you, man.
not complicated.
Pay for play.
I mean, you gotta fix this anyway. Just fix the system, guys. And it wasn't. People always say that the system is broken as if it's not anybody's fault,
guys.
And I think that's really messed up to say, like, to imply that the system being broken isn't somebody's is like, oh well, we can't do anything about it. And like, there's all this talk in the House of Representatives. People are like, our immigration system is broken. Like, it's a really sad thing. Like, it fell off a shelf. No, it was like all these systems that people say are broken because people broke them. They were designed this way.
Woo!
It's like, it makes me so angry to hear people say.
Roof.
It makes me so angry. People, our systems are broken. Our systems are broken. No, they're fucking designed to be this way, and we need to vote the people out of office and out of
Jesus Christ,
life forever until they stop breaking it more. Like, oh, our election systems are broken. No, they weren't. They're not broken. They were designed like this by assholes. We have to beat them in elections until we can make them the right way.
Get your foot off of there. Caroline's going to walk in the door.
Yeah, she is. See that belly and that foot up on the back of the couch?
Don't worry, guys. I donated $10 to Warren's campaign.
Cool.
I'm helping fix the system.
She's the only one that's going to fix the system.
I don't donate to politicians.
Elizabeth Warren would fix it, though. She's the only person.
Yeah. She's great. She's going to fix the middle class, save the middle class.
Do you see that the Senate voted to veto the national emergency?
Yes.
It's very exciting. Do you think that they're going to get 2/3? Because Trump's obviously going to veto it.
When do they go back?
I don't know. But Trump is obviously going to veto it. He said it in a tweet twice.
Now it's serious.
The first one was just
Okay.
the word veto in all caps.
His base has retweeted it twice, so now it's real.
Ooh.
What if he vetoes it? What happens then?
Can we get wireless
It goes
mics?
back. It goes back to the
No,
Senate.
why would you want wireless mics?
So we can
So we
walk
can
around.
walk around?
Yeah, so we can jump around.
You
Jump
can-
around.
Stand up. Just don't walk far. That's a very short cord.
Yeah, you have a short cord.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think they're going to get 2/3 majority in the Senate, in the House?
No.
They're going to get it in the House, but
No, not. They won't get in the Senate. Old bitch McConnell's up there. Mr. No Teeth.
Mitch McConnell, bitch McConnell.
Yeah,
that is the best. You know his wife is Elaine Chao, the transportation secretary.
I don't know who's married.
His wife.
Can turtles legally marry?
Yeah, they can to,
Oh, wow.
to other turtles.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
But their parents have to give them signed approval.
Oh, that makes sense.
Bitch O'Connell. Bitch O'Connell's married to Elaine Chao.
From Seinfeld.
No, who is the transportation secretary. Trump appointed her to be the
Oh.
transportation secretary.
No, she's good for her.
It's funny. It's a funny thing. Did you hear about the Apollo 11 documentary?
No.
This is like the
What
only.
is that? Is that SpaceX?
No,
Is that Elon?
no.
Do you-
Apollo 11?
I know.
You kidding?
I know.
You better be kidding.
Apollo
This is some-
Creed fought Rocky.
Oh God.
Apollo 11.
No, still wrong. Still
Damn
wrong.
it. Damn.
Anyway, there's this documentary that you can go and watch in IMAX that is mostly composed of previously unreleased footage of the Saturn V rocket,
Yeah.
which
you
was
love
the
rockets.
which was the rocket used in the Apollo
love rocketry.
program. And it's really cool. I watched the whole documentary. I cried when the rocket took off.
Oh my god.
It was very emotional.
Are you in?
I love rockets.
I know.
I love space.
You're like, forget Pornhub. Give me Rocket Hub, baby.
Rocket Hub. Elon Musk is my dad in my dreams.
Elon. Do you think his parents are like, we need him to be innovative and be a billionaire. We're going to give him an interesting name, Elon Musk.
You know what his brother does, right? You know Elon Musk has a brother? What
Close the fridge.
the hell's wrong with you? You know that Elon Musk has a brother?
Oh, can I guess his name?
Yeah.
Elon. Oh, it's not elongated. because that's Elon's full name. What's the opposite of elongated?
I'll tell you what he does. He
okay.
he is currently working.
He's the secretary for transport.
No,
He's married to Bitch McConnell.
he is working to make organic food more widely accessible.
Oh, is his name GMO Musk?
Nope.
Damn it. I don't know his name.
His name is Kimball. Kimball Musk. This is what he looks like.
Elon and Kimby.
Yeah, this is what he looks like too.
Is he a cowboy?
He looks like Matthew McConaughey.
Hey, Vinny.
Yo.
Doesn't he look like Matthew McConaughey?
He kind of looks like Matthew McConaughey and Bill Paxton had a baby.
Oh, he does. Look at this.
Fucking who knows? He looks like Matthew
Can I
Looks
McConaughey.
like
see?
a combination of Matthew McConaughey and Bill Paxton. He really does. That's a good.
R.I.P. Bill Paxton. And you know what? We didn't say this here, but I'm gonna play a little song right now in here. Everyone has heard.
Take a break.
No, everyone has heard a sample of Beverly Hills 90210 theme song, probably the best TV theme song ever.
Okay.
And Luke Perry died, and his funeral was today. Yes, I know. He looks like. Yes.
Yeah, we already covered it.
R.I.P. Luke Perry died of a stroke. I don't know how his diet was, but strokes are scary. They can strike at any time. The acronym's FAST. FaceTime speech time. Call 911.
Did you see the news story about how there was a girl who had an orgasm from oral sex that was so strong that it gave her a stroke?
How?
Yes.
Did you see this news story?
Yeah, Barstool told me.
Barstool, but yeah, it was up on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter. You saw it. I think it was on Barstool.
Sounds like a clickbaity article.
It was definitely clickbait, but I saw it on Twitter through a quote tweet that was saying, "Hey ladies, you want to have a stroke?
No, it's very stereotypical in like movies.
Who wants to have a stroke?"
It's very stereotypical of like people in movies and TV shows to like the girl not to have an orgasm so she gets mad at the guy. The guy's literally saving her life. Okay?
To not have a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least her
Jesus.
motor functions. Because, hey, it's dangerous. You could have a stroke.
You never know, man.
I saw another quote retweet of that was like, you're going to give somebody pink eye. I saw another quote retweet of that was like, hey, Mom, can you pick me up? I didn't come. It's a pretty good tweet.
That's funny.
Pretty good tweet. I've seen a lot of really good tweets lately. Did you see the new Aladdin trailer?
Yeah, I'm actually.
Yeah.
It looks good. I'm back
coming
on board.
around to it.
Yeah, I'm back
Even
on
though
board.
Jafar looks like
He
very,
doesn't look right.
I don't know why they cast someone so
He's
young.
too hot.
It's probably because he wants to come on to Jasmine.
Oh, you know what? I really hope that they do that thing where he's like the reverse of where he's in the prison and he's the leper in the prison and then he turns into Jafar when they leave the prison.
Maybe it's like a
Maybe
spell.
they're doing that. Yeah, maybe because we know he can disguise himself.
Yeah.
A new world, a new fantastic point of
Look
view.
at that new singing voice.
And that's all we can do without being copyright struck. But
Will Smith is.
I was concerned about the
I
genie.
can show you the world
I was concerned about the genie.
shining,
But I think it's gonna be fine. This new trailer has got me back.
Someone
Backboard.
called it Hitch 2.
Yes, I've seen
It's
so
so
many Hitch
ugly
memes.
that it's Hitch 2.
I saw so many Hitch memes.
It's like Hitch 2 Arabian Nights.
Oh,
That's
no.
That's what
So this is the confusing thing about this to me, and I think that a lot of people are upset about it because of the ambiguity. It's based in Egypt, right? Or where does Aladdin take place?
Arab.
Syria.
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
It's like the Arabian Peninsula,
Syria.
basically,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, like in Syria, basically. But a lot of the dancing looks like Bollywood dancing.
I don't fucking know what Bollywood
Have you seen?
You're thinking way too far into
No,
this.
no. This is what people are mad.
I thought
about.
you were going to say that Will Smith is the genie, so they should be upset because he's not Arab. I thought you were going there.
No, well,
But
I
like in
mean,
the original...
he didn't look anything like an
He was
Arabian
blue.
guy. Yeah, I mean,
he's a genie. Well, races
he
are
also
genies.
he also was.
Jinns.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Like people are kind of mad that it looks like they're doing Bollywood dancing.
It's a fucking Disney movie. What do they want?
Right, but why would you have Bollywood dancing from India if it's in Saudi Arabia?
I don't care.
I don't care either.
I don't know. It
They'll be
seems-
doing like the Macarena next in the movie.
But then again, I'm like, well, I don't know. Did they have like similar dancing styles in? I don't know. If they're, it's like where do you draw the line for like suspense of disbelief on like historical accuracy on a Disney movie, right? Because they're making it look real. Like when it wasn't live action, it was acceptable. But now that they're trying to make it live action, does it need to be more historically accurate?
Is the new Lion King animated or live action? Because it's fucking CGI.
It's live action.
But why is it live action if it's CGI? Every character's
because
CGI.
because why was the Avatar movie live action?
because it had live action scenes in it,
Yeah.
and it was motion capture.
Yeah, they probably went to
Are
some
these-
set locations.
Are these actors like on their?
No, it is
on
also
their
motion
knees?
capture. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's facial capture at least.
But it's not live action though. It's animated.
It's not
It's
animated,
animated.
though. It's not animated.
So every
Because there's no
Pixar,
animation.
every Pixar movie that wins Academy Award for best animated.
CGI is not animation, though, isn't it?
But what you're saying is it's not animated if it's CGI. But then why does Pixar always win Academy Award for best animated feature if everything they do is CGI?
Because that's not CGI.
But it's computer generated.
Yeah, but there's a difference between CGI in a movie and like the Inside Out movie, for example. That type the Rapunzel,
But the whole entire movie is
Frozen,
CGI though.
like Frozen
There's
is not made.
one real animal.
Frozen is not made with actual
Frozen is
hand
so
drawn.
good.
It is,
I
but it's not
guarantee they
hand
do.
drawn, right? It's all computer generated.
Yes, but
That's
Frozen,
an
the one-
animated movie. There's a difference between an animated movie and a CGI movie.
But they're all CGI though. That's the thing. They're all computer
Right,
generated.
but all art is computer generated now.
So why?
All art is computer generated.
Then
There's a
they
difference
should-
between there's a difference between digitally rendered assets that are rendered and like meant to replace photorealistic imagery and animated imagery that's like drawn on a thing that then you animate that drawing. Like
I don't think Pixar works that way though. I don't think they draw anything on hand. I think it's all computer shit.
Right, they use 3D modeling software, but there's a difference between animating a 3D model in a 3D modeling program like Maya or whatever and using a CGI program like After Effects. Because After Effects is CGI.
I don't think they should call it live action.
You're using photorealistic assets
they
and
should
you're
call
using
them-
real flames and stuff.
Maybe they should call them CGI feature films.
Maybe. I'm not arguing that the
I think-
category shouldn't be renamed. I'm just
I don't
saying
think
I
they should
think there's
call
a
it
difference
live
between
action.
There's a
That's-
different, you're right about that. And I think there's just a difference between animated movies and like CGI movies.
Yeah, I think they need to
Because
change it.
one of them is using real assets like real fireballs or like, realistic, photorealistic looking assets as opposed to hand created assets. They're still hand created. They're just hand created on a Wacom tablet instead of with a pencil.
I don't think Pixar uses Wacom tablets. I think they use something a little more
What-
advanced.
what
Probably,
else would they
probably
use?
an iPad with an iPencil.
Oh, okay. That's more advanced than a Wacom.
That's definitely.
We're too far in the weeds
Apple
here.
No, we
Apple
get
fanboy.
Let's
over
keep
here.
digging. Let's keep going for these weeds.
I think we have reached the bottom of the weeds for that thread currently. We also got speaking of Bollywood, we had Trevor Noah in the news about making a really poor taste Bollywood joke. you
What
hear
did he
about this?
say?
He said, can you imagine a war between Pakistan and India? It would take forever. They would need to stop for musical numbers and dance numbers.
Hilarious.
That's a good joke.
Hilarious.
It is funny.
It's comedy.
It would be funny.
Oh my god,
It
people
would
get
be
so upset
It would
nowadays.
be- it's a good joke. It would have been more funny if it weren't for the threat of nuclear holocaust.
I think he should be fired immediately
Because
and
this is a very,
deported
very-
from America.
The one thing, it was reported recent, like a while back, that the one thing that Obama told Trump right before he left was the thing that kept him up at night more than anything else was war between Pakistan and India.
They don't like each
Because
other.
we have no control over it at all. There's nothing we can do to stop it if they decide to have a war. Like remember
we can give him hundreds of millions of dollars.
They captured that fighter pilot. We didn't do anything about that. Like India got their fighter pilot back, right? Like we did not even go near that problem. Even if we'd wanted to, there's nothing we could have done about it.
I think the moral of the story is a joke is a fucking joke, and
But nuclear holocaust is nuclear
holocaust is not a joke.
No, it's
That's-
not. And that's what we're looking at.
Do you know what it is though? I think it's just like I bet the people who got mad at Trevor Noah for that joke were a bunch of white people. Has to be. Because
That's-
white people,
my philosophy is to not be personally offended about something that doesn't offend you, right?
white people love to get offended on behalf of other people. That's like
Yeah, don't do that. Don't get offended on behalf of other people.
that's like you people who say white people have no culture. Like that's white people culture right there.
White people culture is getting offended on behalf of other people.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. My favorite example of that is every single time a white guy says you're not allowed to dress like a geisha for Halloween, and then like Chinese people come up and say, no, dress like a geisha, just do it accurately and we'll love you forever because we want our culture to be spread. We like our culture.
Exactly.
Like we love our culture, please partake in it. And like there was that Ubisoft thing about the like realistic ninja game that's coming out from Ubisoft, and they're like doing a super realistic thing. They had this white guy playing this like old flute, like this old, I think it's Japanese wood flute, and like all the white people were upset. They're like, why is this white guy trying to play a Japanese wood flute? The like true backstory behind that was that he is one of the only surviving people who can accurately play that instrument. He is trained under like the people who could. He's like a modern, those people who like make samurai swords in the modern day, but they use the correct techniques. And there's not many people doing that. There's like 4 people keeping that tradition alive. And this white guy was one of the few people who are trying to keep this ancient Japanese musical instrument alive. So like they just had him and they got him for it. But white people were all like, no, you can't have a white guy playing a Japanese instrument.
It's white people, man.
And like, that's my favorite example of that.
You guys pumped to read the Russia report?
I hope I don't die before it comes out.
The House voted unanimously.
I saw that. 420-0, was it?
Yeah, 4 voted present, though.
Okay.
Which doesn't count as a nay.
424 total?
I think so.
That seems low. I think it's...
For the House? That seems like a lot of people.
It's 435 total.
I don't know. The numbers
some people might not have been there then.
But
I think it's more than 420. That would be silly if it was 420.
I'm pumped for the Senate to see how they vote. That's going to be fun.
Well, they don't... Isn't it unrelated? I thought?
It goes to the Senate now.
It does?
Yeah.
To see the report?
That's what the article said, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they're trying to get all their ducks in a row, so that if they want to see it or he tries to fight it,
they have
the power. Like,
okay.
Everyone voted yes to see this.
Oh, okay.
You can't veto it now.
Yeah, motherfucker. You can try, you won't succeed. What do you guys think of Odell Beckham Jr. heading to the Browns? Do you know anything about this?
I do.
Football. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the news here. I know it happened, but I don't know why it's news.
Because he's one of the best wide receivers in the league, and he got traded to the fucking Browns. And the Browns are
from who?
Giants.
Okay.
The Browns should be fucking solid this year.
Yeah,
they're gonna have a fun team.
You eyeing them for the rings?
Absolutely not.
No.
But they're gonna be a fun team.
Who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Patriots.
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Why?
No.
Why
Did
not?
they re-sign Josh Gordon or what's his name? Who's the guy who got kicked who left the team last year?
They did like a restricted tender or whatever it is. So because he's still banned from the league.
Yeah.
So if he gets reinstated, the Patriots have the right to retain him. Or something along those lines. Yeah. So yeah.
Is Gronk still coming back? Is he still a yes?
Yeah, I think he is.
I think he is. Yeah.
He's still on Instagram.
They should just use him. Same for the big games. You don't need him in every game.
They're heavy.
Yeah, I wonder who do I mean. The Jets, even though they signed Le'Veon Bell, are still going to suck.
Antonio Brown left the Steelers.
Yeah, he's on the Raiders.
Sick.
The Raiders.
Football talk.
I think the Bears are going to be nasty this year.
Eli Manning still a giant. I don't know why.
Those nepotisms.
It's just I don't remember him being very good last year.
No.
Got to keep Eli around. Got to keep Manning in the league at all times. Like always be a Stark Winterfell. Always be a.
Oh, speaking of Game of Thrones, sorry, I should have brought this up. Julie and I are rewatching Game of Thrones.
Oh,
God,
sick.
the whole
We
thing?
talked about this last week.
Yeah, so we're
You guys were watching it. We talked about it. I'm just kidding.
We talked about watching it.
we're halfway through season 4.
Season 4.
Wow, that's wild.
Season 4 is it's the one where Joffrey dies.
Yeah, we're already past that.
Spoilers.
Red Wedding? Red Wedding?
That's season 3.
End of season
okay.
3.
Learn your GOT, bro. Come on.
I only watched through it once totally.
You should watch through it again.
It's a lot of time.
Yeah,
I'm
but it's a
watching
great
Dragon
show.
Ball right now, actually.
That's a lot of time.
I'm almost done
Jesus.
with the original Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
not the new ones, like Dragon Ball Zero. You know, it's from the '80s. It's fun. I like '80s
I know.
anime.
Have you ever seen the live action version of that? Came out in the 80s?
No,
should
Dragon
check it
Ball Evolution.
No, that was 2009.
Okay.
This one came out in the 80s and it was a Japanese movie.
Really, was it good?
Remember
It's pretty much the first main plots in the show, if I remember right.
remember Cartoon Network?
by the way.
Remember Toonami?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love Toonami.
that was it.
Tom.
Tom, yes, that robot.
They
dude.
revamped him a few
I
times.
yeah, he was always getting new versions and upgrades and shit.
They had little short videos in between that serialized. Yeah.
Oh, Tesla is going to unveil their Model Y tonight.
Oh, this SUV?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. What?
Why?
Because he needed to complete the anagram.
Oh.
S3XY.
Oh shit.
He really did that on purpose.
Isn't he get fired soon?
He actually did that on purpose. He
that
named
crazy son of a bitch did it.
That crazy son of a bitch did it. He named the model the new car that they wanted to make. He named it the Model Y, so that they could spell out
Sexy.
sexy. He literally did that. He's said it.
Good for him.
You gonna buy one?
No, I'll probably buy the Model 3 when I can afford it.
Me too.
I want a Model T.
They should call it the Model T. They should make a Tesla called the Model T. Like,
Did no one get my car? That was a car joke.
I know.
Oh.
Ford Model T.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
A T-bucket.
He should make a Tesla called the Model T. It's like the Model T, like revamp the auto line because
Yeah.
everyone can afford it.
Yeah.
He'll make a Tesla that everyone can afford and change the auto industry forever.
That was the Model 3 though.
Oh.
That revamped.
And Caroline's here.
Anyone in the mood for food?
Anybody with a world of beer? It looks like a lot of fun. I mean, you can talk for a few minutes.
Hello,
No gr-
everyone.
No girls allowed.
Cool. No.
She sounds fun.
Caroline, want to hear something excited?
Sure.
Exciting. Julie and I are moving in together.
I heard that. Congratulations.
Thank you. We signed a lease last night.
Where are you moving to?
Downtown, like right in the theater district.
Right where?
Right in the theater district.
Oh, cool.
The theater with the thespians.
Oh, is that by what's that brewery over there I like?
It's like
Yes,
right. It's
it's
like
near the-
right next to the Chinatown stop.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
I know Boston. Dumplings.
Vinny and I also renewed our lease together, so we're committed to each other for another year.
A whole year.
Can you believe that we've been living together for almost a whole year?
I can.
Can you believe
It's like
that
living in heaven.
we haven't lived together for an entire year?
That's the saddest story I've ever heard.
Is it?
Coors Light stock went down.
I have Coors Light in my apartment right now.
I think we have some too.
That doesn't surprise me.
I don't drink anymore though. I stopped drinking in a week. It's bad for you.
I mean,
I'm the pick. Should be healthy, you know. I get up at 4:30.
that's so early.
I know. It's dark out.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I think we're wrapping up.
We have 5 minutes left.
Okay.
I like to hit the hour.
Cool.
Caroline likes an hour-long podcast to listen to when she's driving or walking.
Cool.
We should challenge ourselves and do like a Joe Rogan 4-hour podcast.
I'll do it. That's
We gotta have.
you gotta like cycle in guests.
Yeah.
as you
yeah,
do it.
Yeah.
All right, you get the first half-hour block, and we spend us for the second
We'll
half.
have like a
hour.
bullpen. We'll have them sitting out here in a waiting
They're just
room.
taking water. Like
We'll just be scrolling through the news at one point because we'll be running out of things to talk about.
now we're
no,
on this
I-
random
I-
subreddit.
No,
Let's
we
do this.
We just interview them.
Random subreddit.
Yeah.
Is it /r/rand or something?
I don't know. We can go to Wikipedia and click random and see what we get.
Ooh, topical.
Guys, the weather's starting to get nicer.
I know.
Oh, it's
yeah,
getting
I know.
so
It's
nice
50
out.
degrees today.
It's supposed to be 60.
I love
Oh my
it.
God.
It's gonna be a balmy
Tomorrow,
spring day.
I love you. Tomorrow,
You're gonna
you will
level
be
that, right, in
60 degrees.
You guys won't know what difference does it make. No one doesn't listen.
I do listen.
You're like 6 months behind.
Why would I need to listen? I'm already in them. I was here. I know what happened.
Okay.
Why do I need to listen to my own ones?
For all you know, I could be doing things in post that make you guys sound ridiculous.
I laugh when you
Adding
do
things
things in.
in.
I listen and I made comments to you
Oh, shit,
about.
I gotta have
about
dinner.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you guys
Good.
eat for dinner?
Pasta. You ever had pasta? Good stuff.
Oh, pasta.
I've never had pasta. Tell me more.
Yeah, it's like this starchy thing. Wheat. We had pork tenderloin last night from
Ooh.
Wegmans. Wegmans marinated for us.
Weggies.
Wig.
Big fan of Wegmans. I like to walk around there with AirPods on though. She made it herself.
Nice.
It's impressive. I'm jealous. I wish I had someone to make me pot roast.
What?
Pork roast? What
Pork
is it?
tenderloin.
Pork tenderloin. I wish I
You
had
just
someone
put
to
it in
make
the
me-
oven. It's not hard.
I don't think Kaya's ever cooked in her life.
Cooking's
Just
fun.
kidding.
Why
She
sh-
has. Just
what-
doesn't like to.
Who likes to cook?
No.
Vinny and
definitely not her.
Vinny is so good at making mac and cheese.
I haven't had
That is the only thing.
I
that
haven't had
can
it in
cook,
months.
actually.
I haven't had mac and cheese in months.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I don't even miss it.
Good. Keep it out of your life. It's a garbage food. I eat more ramen than I probably should.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a garbage food.
That's a real garbage food. That's empty.
Jesus
That's like eating
Christ.
cardboard, honestly. That
Yes.
is the nutritional value of some cardboard.
You should eat healthy. Take care of yourself. Go to.
It's so
Oh,
tasty, though.
That's my new thing. I've been to the gym twice this
what-
week.
When are
Ooh.
you moving in May?
May.
17th is our lease
Oh, you
start
guys do
date.
the 5K. Perfect.
When is it?
The 5K is the first Sunday in May.
Stop yelling.
Okay.
Sign up right now. It's cheap.
I got to
So
train.
loud.
Okay, it's a run walk 5K.
I'll walk with you.
I'm
Derek,
well,
Derek, I'll walk with you.
You know who's
Will you?
going?
Yeah.
You know who's going? Joel and Kyle. And Tyler.
Ooh, we'll walk together at the back.
Yeah.
And Kay.
My new thing is
And
being
cake.
healthy. I eat salads
And
for
my
lunch now.
And my parents.
No, you buy salads.
Yeah, but I still eat them.
My mom's gonna make me a medal for when I finish the 5K.
She definitely would.
Great
She's
job.
gonna mold it herself in her foundry.
put the welding mask on.
That's good.
I
podcasting.
love
Make
you.
sound
I
effects.
love your mother's shrine to you.
Oh, I had to move it. The one that was here, it was too much.
Oh, I'm talking about the shrine in her house.
Oh.
The basement shrine.
Just jumped in.
So
Have you heard about this?
No, I don't know.
His
what you're
mother
talking
has the entire basement as a shrine to Vinny.
literally not the entire basement.
about. Do you have
It's
any
like
siblings?
I have 3 step siblings, but I'm my mother's only child.
Aww.
I'm also an only child, and there is not a shrine.
There's no shrine for Caroline.
Vinny's mom, I've never met someone so proud of their child.
That's wicked funny.
You can meet her at the 5K.
Okay.
She's awesome.
I mean, I met her before because I banged her.
That's not nice.
You can meet my parents.
What?
At the 5K, you can also meet my parents.
Only if I get a damn down.
A Dan me down?
Her dad gave me a skiing helmet to use.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
hand-me-down. I call it a damn-me-down.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
He didn't think it was that funny though, did he?
I don't think he knows. He would not appreciate that. He'd be like,
Dan me
why?
down.
Why?
You're dumb.
Okay, bye.
Exactly.
And on that note, I've been Grayson.
I'm Derek.
And I'm Vinny.
Bye from Dan.
Did we hit an hour?
Turn this off.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
Life's what you make of it.